Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Shapeshifting Detective. So a couple things first. So first of all, I realized after having completed the last chapter that I forgot to go back as Sam and go ask Rain if he would tell me, what those guys are really doing, because I had gone and asked him, but as the girl, but I forgot to go back and see if he was going to do that. So hopefully I can still do that in this next chapter. Otherwise, I'm sorry. I guess I missed that part. I kind of forgot because it seems so linear, where you kind of exhaust all your options, talking to each person as each character, that you might have to go back and ask people certain things. So completely forgot about that. Number two, I realized that now a vicarage, I believe it was called, is the place where the vicar lives. Like, it's like a parish house or something like that. Kind of obvious now that I think about it. And third, so I mentioned before that I was ordering the Mercury tarot card deck. You can actually buy those on Amazon.com. So I got it earlier this week, and it's pretty cool. In the back of it, this is what it says. It says, how to use Mercury. Shuffle Mercury. If it has a question for you, it will come to you while shuffling. If your mind's a blank, then relax. The meaning will come after the answer. Draw one card. Use your intuition to determine what the card means. See if it moves for you. If the answer or question is still not clear, draw another card. If nothing makes sense, take a break and clear your thoughts. And it says, as he was a Shapeshifting Detective, an F&B murder mystery game. Pretty cool. So yeah, it does have kind of the rules that they seem to be talking about in the game, where they draw a card and they say it moves for them or something like that. So it's kind of cool. I guess it sort of relies on. So you draw a card and you for example, I think I drew like the ace or two of something. I forget to remember. I got two of swords, and I also got two of aces or something like that. I can't remember now. But essentially, it kind of relies on you looking up the meaning of the cards, because I think tarot cards in general, the cards have a certain meaning, but they're different depending on different tarot card decks, so it's a little strange that there's no other further instruction. So it's kind of neat. I imagine you can use it like a regular tarot card deck as well, but yeah, it's kind of fun. If you, I said I kind of like tarot, like, because if you read them, you kind of think about different problems or things in your life, and I think it just lets you be a little bit more, I guess, self-conscious, and like I said, it's like a way to meditate, kind of. So it's pretty neat. Maybe I will draw a card or something on one of these videos and see if it gives me any meaning or something. But okay, so let's continue this game. I'm still thinking that our character has something more to do with this plot than just going to solve this murder. Like, maybe we are a time traveler, or maybe because they mentioned in the beginning about some girl stuff, so I'm still wondering if we have something to do with this. It'd be a twist if we were the murderer or something all along, but who knows. Alright, well, that said, let's continue. And it has been a couple days, so hopefully I haven't forgotten any important plot
dreams,
details.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe. So, we have Gabby Street.
So let's go visit the
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know.
One second, let me adjust the audio levels. Might be a little too loud. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that's loud enough. Okay. Zach. Oh, right, the photographer. Yeah, let's tell him that they're taking the pictures. I wonder if we can go visit Zach.
And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then.
I don't think they were for Oscar. Because, I don't know, I guess he didn't mention it, but it seems kind of... I feel like he wouldn't need pictures if he's, like, seeing his girlfriend, like, in his... Like, she makes him stand in the closet while she, you know, touches herself. I feel like, why would you need pictures if she's having you do shit like that?
Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
To other people than you receive. A relationship, perhaps, where you feel that others see you as someone else's significant other, rather than actually having your own identity as yourself. Now, for me personally,
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, oh no. He did mention Dorota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw. Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing. Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute. I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds. Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, didn't you know? There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us, in as much as they can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one.
Alright. So, in Dr. Decker, there's a patient you can interview, one of the optional patients. It's actually the same guy who was a big character in Contradiction, and he talks about quantum physics in his little therapy session, so probably another nod to that, or maybe the developers just like to use quantum physics in their games. But yes, so you know what would be interesting? I've heard can't remember what story, but I've heard stories before where if you time travel, I guess there's a couple places I've heard of it actually. I can think of video games. Life is Strange, I think, and in Assassin's Creed, even though I've never played Assassin's Creed, if you time travel to the past, you're not just there in your whatever present day body you were in when you went back. You are taking essentially over the body of your previous self from the past. I wonder if it's something like that.
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect. They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
I assume they're not coming back on purpose. I mean, they are coming back on purpose. That would be kind of strange if they were coming back without control. Huh. I wonder. I think it's pretty clear these guys think the murderer is a traveler.
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
I guess that was it. Okay, well, I thought we'd get a little bit more out of this, but that's too bad.
Yes, as they wanted to, as the family had wanted to.
Where should we go next?
Well, Poe, if I'm honest, you are quite right that the situation is
Let's go
related
visit Zach.
to...
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
Let's just go down the line here.
Yes. What do you want?
Ooh. I wonder if we could just be like, I want to know why you're taking pictures of this lady who got murdered. Should I say I'm working with Chief DuPont or that the Shaws hired me? This is our cover story, but if we tell him that the family hired us, would he be less willing to tell us? Let's say the Shaws hired us.
The Shaws. Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Yeah.
Oh, don't pretend.
Dorothy.
You know exactly who she is. Don't lie.
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
with the names. Wait. Dorota, I remember now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure you do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's talk about your photographs of her, by the way.
For the August Chronicle, she won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
Okay, so there seems to be something about this cello, because we saw it in the picture, and then the tarot card guys were telling us that they think that whoever's the murderer is might be traveling young musicians or something, so the fact that he remembers that might be important.
No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
Way to sound like a creep, dude. Yeah, so you know where she lives.
If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Ha, your sat-nav. You mean your GPS? I feel like I've not heard people call it that very often. Alright. Well, let's keep asking him. Let's keep grilling this guy. I think he knows something.
No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
Oh no, where's he going? Is he gonna show me pictures? These better not be creepy pictures, man.
As you can see.
Oh, he took the picture that we've been looking at.
Photos here. Here are the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair.
Okay, and they were targeting redheads.
Oh, legs wrapped around.
He might be a red herring though.
Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
No. I don't see anything. Just her standing in the back. Some roses. No, I don't know what he sees.
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay, well, that didn't tell me anything, buddy. Whoa, what the hell? What was that stare? That was fucking creepy. What the heck did you do, man? You're not helping your case, sir. I mean, he might just be... didn't they say they were taking, like, nudie pictures of her? Yeah, didn't you take any other pictures of her? You know? Not that I want to see them, but, like, I know you took other pictures of her, man. Stop lying.
What do you mean?
Ooh. Should I say Violet told me? Shit, who did she tell? Did she tell Sam? I don't remember who she told. Violet told... Should I mention Violet? You know what I mean. I'll just say Violet told me. I hope this is not gonna be bad.
Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography?
Yes. I hope I'm not getting Violet into trouble now. Like, she seemed like she could handle herself, but like, if the guy's targeting redheads, you know, the killer, then, you know, probably not helping by putting shit on her. Should I say, act like I don't know? Obviously, this guy is taking pictures.
Dorota saw my boudoir set and asked me to take some shots. It's all very tasteful. A lot of women have them done as gifts for their husbands or boyfriends or girlfriends, I suppose.
Okay, so are you saying that she got it taken for somebody? I bet she was just with this guy and that she was cheating on her boyfriend or something.
She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume.
Did we ask him about it? I don't think we did. I'll have to go back and ask him if he talks about these pictures at all. Yeah, let's talk about Violet.
Friends, yes.
Okay.
I know Violet very well.
You guys are banging. Okay. I feel like we have to ask because this guy's just being like super weird. Look at that! Look at his smug expression.
Violet takes it very
Whoa,
well,
whoa,
actually.
okay.
I like him.
Okay, too
With
much,
a
man.
frosty exterior
Mm-mm.
comes a soft, warm center.
Ugh. Oh, creep. Creep, 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 creep. My character. So you're sleeping with her? No shit, Sherlock.
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't
Exactly.
explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
Okay. Okay. What if they're in on it together? Like they are both in on some kind of murder ring or something. I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be a problem because I don't remember who told me what information. So if I start telling other people that, you know, X person told me this, then I don't know. Maybe they're gonna find out that I have powers, or I'm gonna get somebody like killed or something.
Rain. Yes, the Tower Reader. Delightful fella, but I couldn't offer him anything. He asked if he could do readings for my customers while they waited. Can't have that really. It's retail ambush.
Yeah, kinda is. Yeah, I was asking if you did a reading for him.
He offered, but I declined. There's no such thing as fate, detective. If there was, you could stop investigating right now. If you're supposed to find a killer, you will. Why put in the effort?
Dude, fate is such a generic thing. It means a lot of things to different people. To some people, fate doesn't mean that you just give up and things are gonna happen no matter what. That fate could be that, you know, you're going along some line and then it just happens. So, detective finds the killer. If it's fate, then sitting around doing nothing doesn't mean it's gonna happen, buddy. But I don't know. I guess people say it's about that, but I like to say that tarot card is about meditation and self-reflection. Okay, yeah. Where were you last night? You're being very suspicious.
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
Okay. Do you have anyone corroborate? Yep. Can anyone confirm that?
Only the roof rats.
Okay, so you have a unconfirmed alibi. I'll try to keep that in mind. You are a suspicious motherfucker. I think we should go ask the boyfriend if he's seen this photography or not, see what his reaction is. This guy may just be a creep and have nothing to do with the murder.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update.
Wait, what?
Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Okay, so I wonder if this game is kind of like the Laura Bow adventure games, where you talk to certain people and it triggers events and times, so that you do sort of have a time limit. There's just certain things that trigger the time to go forward. So, because I wonder, I didn't try shapeshifting as anybody else for that chapter, so does that mean there was nothing for them to learn, or did I trigger something and then I guess I can't ask whatever else, maybe have been available. I say let's keep investigating right now and see if there's actually anything else we can learn.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe.
Let's talk to
Okay,
Oscar. Okay, so we can ask about stuff. Let's ask about Zach.
No? Who's that?
If we say he took pictures of Dorota, that might sound real fucking creepy. Without saying any context. He's a photographer. Should we tell him? Though? Like, should he know about it? Yeah, let's say it. Let's say.
Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together?
I don't know.
You can tell me if she was. I don't care. Look, I mean, if you're going around asking all these questions, if you find out anything like that, I want you to tell me.
But I probably should be careful about how much I tell you, because that'll mess up this murder investigation. You don't want to give suspects or people too much, you don't want to feed them too much information, because then they might parrot it back at you as fact, or change their stories to fit stuff like that. Maybe unintentionally, but you don't want to subliminally give them information. Yeah, I can't discuss the case with you, man.
She's not a case. She's my girlfriend. Please, if you find out anything, anything at all, let me know. You walk away at the end of all this, but it stays with me for the rest of my life.
Well, you do realize on a murder investigation, sir, that you can't tell everybody everything, because if you find a suspect and arrest them for it, when you bring them to court, then that's when you will bring the evidence out, you know, to try to convict them. But it doesn't, I mean, you also, I don't know how it works in the you know, British court systems, but in the US, at least, it's not like they're gonna, you know, suddenly in court they're going to pull out, you know, a new exhibit you've never heard of. You know, they have to submit that stuff to evidence to the judge and everything. But, you know, if it leads to a conviction, if it leads to an arrest, they're probably not going to tell you what it is before that, because, again, they don't want to mess up evidence, and they want to catch, you know, the killers in lies and other things. So, ooh, well, we just told him that guy took pictures of her, so I think it is a relevant question to ask her if he's seen these photos.
Who what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
Potentially? He made it just sound like she just took those. So I'm assuming professional photos, yes.
I get it now. That's why you were asking about that question.
Oh, shit.
Maybe I should pay him a visit.
Why did you think I was asking about the pictures? Alright. I wish I could tell him, no, don't visit him. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're gonna mess up this investigation, sir. Alright, well.
All 8 shots before Emma reaches me. She's fast. Too fast for Jimmy to hit. She tore straight through his gut, pulling out his spine like an afterthought. I grabbed.
When I say again, I wonder if it's repeating dialogue.
Ugh, do we really have to?
Yes.
How vulgar. Yes.
He
I
didn't say it
suppose
like
that is
that.
what he'd say.
He said it way worse.
But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
Wait, what? So he's lying?
He says he loves me, that I'm the only one for him. But he doesn't look at me in the same way he looks at his photographs. I can see it. He hungers for a younger, filthier version of me. Can't be someone else.
Okay. I can see that. That guy is a weirdo. He was staring at that picture like a freak. What pictures? The ones of Dorota? I would assume she doesn't love him.
Yes. He likes showing them to me.
Wow. Okay.
It's obviously not something I want to talk about.
Well, too bad, because you're talking to
They're
detective.
his sex slaves.
What? What do you mean the women do it for themselves? What? Where's my character getting this line from? Like, I really don't know where my character is getting this line from, but we have to ask it because it's the only option.
I'd like to think that. I know who Zach does it for.
Yeah, pretty obvious. Alright. Ah! What? Am I dying? Okay.
And Alex has said that they have the same dream every night. Now it's a woman lying in a lake with her eyes closed and her black hair streaming beneath the surface. She must be dead.
Violet, you
No
have
one can breathe
ghosts
that
in
long
your
on the
guest
water.
house?
And
Or
she-
either that or somebody has a...
Sam, Look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a John somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Well, I'm gonna
now,
check on Lexi anyway.
Do you have any ideas what this might represent?
Let's just check on Rain. Nothing new, okay?
That's interesting. So it's...
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait?
Okay.
Just give me to 8, okay?
And then when she opens her eyes, it's not her. So...
Okay. That was weird. I wonder if that kid was like one of the actor's kids or something. But, or I wonder if she was the same girl from Dr. Decker. There was like a jump scare in that game where sometimes you'd see like a ghost girl outside of your, like, main focus of vision. So I wonder if it was the same girl from that. I guess let's try DuPont.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Okay, so I'm not gonna bother trying the girls because they're
I believe that
seemingly busy
perhaps
until the next
something is
chapter.
weighing heavily on your mind.
She's got nothing new.
Someone else that
Sorry,
you
Ray.
have. Perhaps it's something that you.
Nothing. Alright, let's go see if
and
the
obviously, as
photographer
we
will talk
know,
to
repression of emotion can be quite bad for the soul. So I really hope that, Alex, that you find.
Hello. I know you. You're the police chief.
Yep.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw. What type of photos do you take?
Let's talk about Dorota.
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story about her.
Was that the first time you met her? The scholarship to Juilliard?
That's right. We exchanged a few pleasantries. I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me.
When was this?
A few weeks ago.
What type of photos do you take?
For the paper. Record shots that any idiot with a phone can take. My studio is where the magic happens. Mainly portraiture, but I dabble in other areas.
Boudoir photography? Dirty pictures?
Do we want to offend this guy? Let's just go about her.
Boudoir
He maybe talk
photography?
more. What is this shot? Okay, it's creepy.
Sometimes, if that's what the client wants. Are you asking for yourself, or...?
It's for the case. Don't be facetious.
Ooh, yeah, don't be facetious.
I'm deadly serious. Most of my clients are female, but I wouldn't like to assume.
Okay. Well, that didn't lead anywhere.
Time scared the shit out of me. Night.
Chief? Again?
Yes, again.
Did Dorota have any online friends?
You're the boyfriend. You're the, automatically, a suspect, pretty much.
She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Go to any clubs or groups? Do you have access to her email?
We know he's in the football club. So let's ask about the email.
No, she didn't email much. She checked the messages on her phone. What is it you're looking for?
Anything that helps solve the murder.
Okay, that makes sense.
Can we get her phone? No? Okay.
I suspect I survived because the beast wasn't ready to relinquish his post. I spent 7 weeks at a mental institution trying to rebuild my life, to find a way to live with the intolerable. At first they tried to get me to talk about it. I couldn't tell them.
Alright, I guess we, can go down the line here and try everybody else. But I think I'm gonna call this a session real quick and come back. We'll come back in a moment. So until then, I'm the Red Eft, and thank you for watching.